Hi everybody, I hope you had a really great break. I certainly did, very much enjoyed this last weekend. I wanted to create just a quick video to go over a little bit on the reading that we just finished from The Image of the City by Kevin Lynch, and discuss just a little bit about how our experiences inform and can help direct our design practices. Most of you, I think, really did a great job responding to what it was we wanted you to get out of the reading, The Image of the City, looking at landmarks and nodes and the design of a city and how we can relate to our sense about navigating a city to how we might navigate a website or other forms of interactive media. This is important because we don't have any way of understanding or relating to how we might get around anything we might put in this box. How do we know? How do we know how to interact with something on a computer? We know because of the life experiences that we have built up through the course of our lives, up to the time we're 5 or up to the time we're 25. This is how we know how to navigate these spaces, because the people that have designed things like a desktop, like folders, in creating these spaces have drawn on the things that we have in our own lives that make it easier for us to understand them. So when you think about designing for the web, when you think about how do I create a space that is going to be navigated on a website, certainly looking at something like how we navigate a city and drawing on those conventions that our users have had will aid us, just like looking at the principles of Gestalt can help us better communicate a message, because there are things that we all have in common. Just like the study we did on the Commonalities Project, we're just now finishing up, studying those things that are experiences in life and bringing those back so that we can think about how might I use those experiences to better communicate a message or inform change in an individual. So these things are very important, but this is not the only way that we can help people understand how to navigate something. There are a lot of other solutions that you might use as a metaphor to inform how you might do a design of a website or some form of interactive media. So I challenge you to think about other ways that you might think about designing for the web. One other thing I definitely want to point out to you is to make you reflect back to the original reading we did at the beginning of the semester, when we were talking about the design process and the fact that we were going to be structuring all of our projects in this class using the design process. The work that we're doing, Sippy, get off. The work that we're doing on this project is building in certainly parts of that. We're not going to be doing critique, but we do need to consider the research component of this. Certainly going back and doing this reading was a part of it, but pointing out also this innovate as a last resort that we covered in the reading of an Ames primer. Things like a play button and a stop button, where the navigation is located in something at the top of a page or the left side of a page. These are conventions that your users are already trained in. Your users have certain expectations on where to find things, on how things work, on what something is used for. David Treadwell, my colleague who designed this, he studied, I can't tell you how many different online video tools before he finalized the design on this, and this isn't even the latest, greatest tool that's out there. Different symbols that he chose, this one meaning expand, this one is closed caption. You're not going to change these things because these are the things that your users are most readily going to recognize. And remember, our job is not to come up with the most cool design ever, right? With the exclusion of your users knowing how to navigate your spaces. That's first and foremost. They have to navigate. They have to understand how to get to the content, to the message, which is the purpose of what you as a designer are trying to accomplish. So I challenge you and I leave you with that thought. Thanks.